4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the show. This is Something Like That with NAV. It's me, the one and only NAV. Hence the reason why the name is on the title of the show itself. It's like, I guess we have 10 people. But anyway, hey, today's show is going to be slightly different. I'm going to try to make this the shortest show ever because I was inspired by this particular movie that's been circulating on the internet lately. It's a Malaysian movie. It's a short film. But trust me, when I say short film, this movie is approximately about 10 minutes plus, but it has the entire thing that's something that you watch for 2 hours cramped up into 10 minutes. And it's amazing. The minimal dialogues and I don't know, man. You have to watch it to find out all about it. But it is created by Mind Creation Film Company, and it is, let's say, written and directed by Poonithan Manogaran. Features Kali Mamani, Egavali, Christopher Anthony, Akshayan Mohana. Okay, this is where I slaughtered names. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm going to get my guest to do that for me. It is the lead, of course. He plays the role Raj in the movie. It is Christopher Anthony. Hey, Chris. How you doing, man?
Hey, Ness, hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Sorry, I almost slaughtered all the names down there, so I better stop it before your colleagues sue me for no reason.
There wasn't many names, but you got almost all of them okay.
Wasn't many names, dude. I was reading the credits, and it looked like as though it was like a Avengers production, dude. The list was pretty long, man. It was a pretty long.
Yeah, I think it's the crew. The full names, like even the director, Poonithan, is a friend of mine, and you go on a full name, it's like Poonithan Manogaran, so it's a bit long. But then again, I can't complain. Mine is Christopher Anthony, it's also quite long, so.
If only you knew my full name, but
So it's
it's
Ness.
half. That you see the thing, the screen down there. That wouldn't be enough if I put in my full name there, man.
Okay.
So tell me about this movie, man. I know the whole gist of it. I don't want to explain it. I want you to give us a teaser. It is going to be tough because it is a 10-minute movie, and to talk about that movie would be like giving out everything. So without giving out everything, could you just give us, let's say, a glimpse of the entire movie? It's called Saamy Vanthuruchu, right?
Yeah.
In English, it's God Has Arrived.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So just give me a glimpse, a synopsis of the movie itself.
Okay. Saamy Vanthuruchu, actually, the movie actually touches a lot about what's happening right now. Actually, a lot of people, because of financial crisis, they actually sort of like take loans from loan sharks, and they get stuck in the middle, and they don't know where to go and how to do it. I mean, how to pay back, and they try to find different ways to try kind of like solve this matter, because obviously these loan sharks and everything, they will come with their para, they want to really
Yeah, true.
just to get back the money. So these people, they run out of hope. They don't know where to go, and usually what people do, they start praying. So the story is about Raj, and he actually kind of like owes this loan shark like nearly 30K, and he really has to get this money back as soon as he can, because the loan shark is like already threatening him to, I'm gonna do something to your family or something like that. So yeah, so it's about him. He's a person who's like, I gotta work and I gotta get the money. I gotta pay for this. This is money. It's money. I have to work for it. To pay for it. So then, of course, then there's the wife who actually believes that maybe we should pray, and if you
Meet all
pray,
the special mediums. That's which I have seen it very much. It's like because when I was watching that particular movie, the entire thing, it's like I've seen this and I've known people who actually do this. It's like this particular movie, I've seen it happen in a lot of families. I've seen it happen in a lot of friends. The exact thing is when all fails, you go to this particular medium or the special temples that would either one they give you a number, okay, hoping that you strike next day and they settle everything, or else it's like some other miracles do happen. In some cases, yes, you're pulling a fast one, no one believes it. In the other case, like it does happen, it does work out for many. So
mm,
whatever has been portrayed in this movie was wonderful, man. And of course, the carelessness of parents was also portrayed in this movie.
yes, yes, definitely.
Um,
Um, I wouldn't say exactly the carelessness, because I'm the dad, you see. So it's like, in my defense, I only went to take a bath, and then the kid is not.
so
So yeah, it also portrays how parents struggle. in times like this, in financial crisis, how they are struggling to also be a good parent as well as trying to make ends meet and trying to do what they can. And this is where this whole complication comes in because like, should we believe in God? Do we just do what we need to do? Because
It's
in
all
this movie is actually portraying a line from Tirukkural.
okay.
Uh, yeah, I can't remember the whole line. It isn't very long, but I have to admit my Tamil isn't really great. So yeah, but that's what the line
Trust me,
says.
you're
The
not the
movie,
only one in this.
not the only one, but good enough to actually go about everyday talking. So it's okay.
Yeah, that is a different thing about the language, man. When you go and have conversations among friends, it's fine. But the moment you switch on a mic or you want to do proper stuff, automatically everything disappears. Like for me, I can converse with someone in Tamil, but the moment I speak proper Tamil, that's it. I forget my entire Tamil vocabulary for some particular reason. I don't know why is that, man. Sorry, let's get
Yeah,
back to you. Not about me. Continue. You're saying about the Tirukkural thingy?
yeah. So this was it was about Tirukkural and about faith. So this movie predominantly is about faith and how nothing can come in between you and faith, and how faith will always uh, come back for you, no matter what kind of shortcuts you take, no matter what kind of loopholes you may find. You may think that there may be a solution, but uh, faith will always find its way. And faith in this could be God. So that's how you go like, God has arrived, faith has arrived, and that's what's happening in this movie.
There's a different interpretation for how you want to look at the whole thing, lah. But the
Yeah.
dialogues, what amazed me was this is a short film, so the dialogues were pretty much minimal, but
Mhm.
every single line actually caught the attention. That's one of it that caught my attention was your wife was telling you that when you were teasing something about this is what I got, after seeing the so-called person, and this is what I got. So then your wife goes around and I don't want to spoil but you have to watch the movie to see this particular scene. It's like, so what? When the money comes, then only you believe God, those kind of things, which happens practically in a lot of cases. Everyone says that I'm pious, I'm religious, and so on. But then again, if it doesn't work out for you, all of a sudden you don't believe in it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you got to watch this
you,
movie. Like I'm trying my level best not to expose or rather tell a lot about this movie without actually, holding back a lot of things. So if for those who like to find out more, you have to click the link on this particular post to check out the movie. It's on YouTube. Let's talk about the cast members. Who's involved in this particular movie? That's if I could recall, that was you, your wife, the grandmother, the so-called drug lord, the drug lord's assistant, the kid. So it's about six, seven of you guys, right?
yeah, yeah, give and take, yeah, 7, yeah, I think.
So please tell me
Uh,
about them, a little bit about them. Who's who?
okay, you have the priest guy.
Okay.
He is his name is DJ Mahadev. He's a new actor. Let me talk about me, but I'm actually not an actor. I'm actually a
Really?
photographer. Yes, I am not. I okay. Before we get to the cast, let me say something. I was given the script to review on it and to critique on the story by the director. The director has always been a long time friend of mine, and he's always been following my work in photography, and he's always liked my work in photography. And he passed me the script and said, what do you think about this? Have a look at the story and tell me what you think about the story. That was what the initial plan was. And so I read the story, and I thought that it was a very unique story. It was something different, and it wasn't a regular sort of like gangster lovey movie kind of thing. So I kind of liked it. I told him I liked it. I think you have something good here. I can't wait to see the result and stuff. And that's when he told me, he's like, Anna, there's a role for you in it. And I was like, oh, what?
That
uh,
was not a role. That's the role, man.
yeah, I mean, he said that you have a role in it. So I was immediately like, okay. I mean, thinking, as a photographer, I kind of like know how I look, and maybe with the beard and everything, I was like, this has to be Xavier. This has to be the drug lord. I don't mind being the baddie. I kind of like being baddie. But no. He said, no, you're going to be the lead cast. And I was like, well, okay, let's just try it out anyway. So it was just a random thing that I did. I just wanted to see how far I can go. But, yeah.
Well, I must say you did an amazing job. I didn't know until you just mentioned that you were. This is your first acting gig. It is. It is very natural. Did you? Do you have plans of going further with this?
A lot of my friends have been asking me the same thing. It's like, why not do you go further? Why don't you go further? I think there's nothing really holding me back from going further to try. But then again, I must understand that since I am not an actor, have not been trained for this, I wouldn't expect to land any prominent roles and things. But I think if I'm given the time to practice further and if things were to work better, yeah, I actually kind of enjoyed the whole acting process, the whole shooting and everything. It was fun being in front of the camera for once instead of behind it. And so yeah, I think I'll definitely try it again.
Nice. And is that the same case for everybody else? Is everybody are fresh to the acting world? Because I know your party wasn't. Party was Karl Mamani. Let me get the name right. Can you just help me out with the name here? I don't want to mispronounce the name here.
Kalimamani Yegavan.
Kalimamani, yeah. She's been there in the Malaysian acting industry for a very, very, very long time. She's like, in India, you have Manorama, here we have her. That's how it is.
One of those veterans. I mean, a lot of people when they look at him, go like, this party can be very strict, you know. They go like,
Yeah, oh shit.
She is
in person. In person, I met her once, twice. She was strict, but she was also fun.
Oh yes, it's very fun. She actually kind of like after the shooting and everything, a month later, a couple of weeks back, she called me and she's like, "How are you doing, Sambi? How's everything?" And I connected with her immediately because apparently one of her grandchildren is in Klang, where I'm from.
Okay.
And I told her, Pati, I did see you in Klang before once, and she was like, yeah. So we kind of connected there, and we were talking. I really enjoyed the company, and she is so good in acting. She is so good. Just say something. She is so good. She is so talented.
I love watching her on stage plays. Movies is one thing, but stage plays is another thing altogether. And I love watching her do her stuff over there. She's amazing, man.
Yeah, I think the major difference between I'm not much of an actor again, but I know a lot about what we see about acting, and I can say, yeah, stage plays. What the kind of concept which I had when I was doing this is that okay, the camera is focusing on me, and I'm going to have to shoot this scene. I was trying my best to actually portray the expression from the eyes in the beginning, from my eyes, and then I kind of like use my body to express it more because I know that the script is very minimal and everything. But then it hit me, it struck me. This itself is already for me protecting because of this acting. Just imagine those stage actors and actresses.
Yeah.
Their whole body is skin. So every twitch of the finger, every movement of their body, every sway of their head, everything is being seen in person. So that's total acting for me. I think that's something else altogether.
Nice, man, nice. And the rest of the cast members, like we were talking earlier, are they all fresh, or are they also have they been in the scene for a very long time? Pardon my ignorance, because I haven't really been getting into that part of the industry much. So
no worries. My pair, Amu Tirunianam, she's a seasoned actress. She's acted in a lot of movies before this. And I was actually quite shy because like I'm a beginner, and I was like, "Amu, you think I can do this?" And say, "Yeah, of course you can do it. Just try." And we really picked up the rhythm over there. I think the main reason why me and she like really linked up because her son is actually Asian. The boy in the movie is actually her son, and her son is almost the same age as my daughter Aviana. And
Okay.
so we immediately started talking about our children a lot and everything. Oh, mine does this, and yours does this, mine does this, and yours does this. So it was easier to understand, and even I got to know her husband, and he is also a very talented, very well-known actor in the local scene, and he was giving me a lot of words of encouragement as well. So I think these people, of course, not forgetting the director and the crew, uh, they all did play a very important role in helping gain my confidence for this. Akshay, on the other hand, the boy, my son in the movie, I think it comes from his genes. His dad is an amazing actor. This boy is
Nice.
so good too. Yeah,
He was very natural in the movie itself.
yeah, he is very natural. He was definitely very upbeat about the whole thing. He was playing and he was joking. He was very friendly. He's one of those very friendly kids that is like very easy to talk to. And there were so many times when we were like, okay, I think this is going to be a difficult time to execute this shot, this scene, and the boy just pulled it off. Like he was like really good at that. Well, and he's a handsome boy. I think we are going to look at him more, see him more.
Awesome, man. But this whole movie, well, how long? I understand last year, of course, it was a tough year to decide whether when you want to do production, when you want to do movie, with all the restrictions, the ACMCO and whatever not. So when exactly this movie was shot, and how long did it take to shoot this movie?
Well, we took to shoot it. We took about 3 days because the reason a lot of people are asking me why does the movie end in 10 minutes? Like why is it 10 minutes? Well, to be honest, I think the story of Saamy Vanthuruchu would have been portrayed in a much more better way if it had longer we had a longer time to a run time to execute it. But it was at 10 minutes because it was made for a short film competition. Uh, to it had to meet the requirements for the competition, which is 10 minutes within 10 minutes. So we left it
Okay.
in, yeah. So that's why it's short, and it's also very packed. It's uh, very fast moving, fast paced. But yeah, so in that 10 minutes, what we can shoot, we of course we wouldn't need so much time to shoot the whole thing. So that's where we managed to do everything within 3 days.
No, which that's amazing because I have to give props up or rather credit to the writers for this particular movie because to cramp up an entire series to put all the storyline from the start to the very end to tell an entire story in 10 minutes, dude, this conversation is taking us about 20 minutes. This is
Sorry.
just talk about the movies more than about 20 minutes, and he did it within 10 minutes. Whoever's I mean, I'm the amount of people involved in writing the whole the movie itself, and also the another thing that caught my attention. I'm not much. I can't just elaborate much on cinematography or details, but for visually, as a common person watching something like this, it was kind of refreshing because you can see the quality of the production, the shots, the angles that were taken for this particular movie. It is somewhat on the upper scale professional level, like it just in comparison with most of the programs you watch on TV, right? For the local production, and I must say the whole team did an amazing job on that one too. You gotta excuse me. I mean, I might try to sound like someone professional who knows about camera and angles, but honestly, I do not know much. I know nuts about it. I can just say as a viewer, that's about it. I can go for, but for the production people out there, you might want to check this out to see for yourselves and to know how amazing that this movie was. And in terms of response, how was it so far for you guys?
Well, we received very good response right off the bat when we launched it on YouTube. We saw a bit about 3K views like in the next like 4 5 days, which was very good response. And the feedback, I mean, since this was the first time for me, I received messages non-stop the whole first few days. And basically, it was like a lot of praises and feedback of what the movie is. They were very, very thrilled. Now, I come from a place in fact called Kampong Jawa where I had a lot of friends from Malay, and my network of friends, there are a lot of Malay friends as well. And even they were very excited for the movie, and they were like, "Oh, bila nak keluar lagi? When is it coming out?" They were very happy. And I was actually happy that the movie wasn't just like, although it was a Tamil movie, I think it was more of a Malaysian movie because we were talking about the PKP, the MPO that's going on at this time, and it's something that connected all of us together. I mean, it doesn't have to be people talking Tamil, people Malay, people speaking English, Chinese. We were all connected at that time, at this time in this pandemic. I think that's what connected everyone in the movie as well. They felt it. Oh, yeah, I get it. Imagine the pain of Raj and what he's
Yeah,
going
because
through.
like I said, it's like it's not based on the stories or the articles that you read in the papers or watch the news. The people who are stuck at the present moment during MCO, the financial burden they have on that. Along's going around lately. There's been a lot of that happening, and this
Yeah,
movie came out at just the right time, man. It's just like everything people could relate to it, and the dangers of it. Well, people can be aware of the whole thing, which is wonderful. And the good news is this, for the benefit of our listeners of this particular program, it has subtitles on it. So you don't have to worry about the language. You have subtitles. Anybody and everybody, as long as you can read, hey, it's A-OK. Everybody can understand the movie, man. It's amazing. And I see you vaping. Which means you are also one of those guys, right? Vapors.
uh, yep. You need to.
And you run a business of vaping also, right? Let's get it. Let's
Yeah.
talk about Eula for a change. Let's put the movie aside for a while. So the for the cast members, production directors, and all. This time, I'm just going to talk about Chris for a while. So what is it that you do? Since you're not acting, what is that? Your daily life? What is it like?
Okay, I have. I mean, I've been doing photography for the longest time. Event photography, wedding photography, and photography has been a bit slowed down recently due to the pandemic. And to be honest, even though if there were much events, I kind of like slowed down on photography a bit because I'm having a bit of difficulties with my equipment. Main equipment is just gone. Something's wrong with it, and
Okay,
because of the I can't get it fixed. So that's another headache on one side. So that's one of my the things I do mainly photography.
okay,
And on the other side, I actually run a small vape business, and I have a vape shop which I run, and
nice.
yeah, I've always wanted to share the experience of vaping as an alternative to cigarettes because when I wanted to quit smoking, I knew that I was about to get married. Then I was like, if when I get married and when I have a child, I don't want to be smoking around my kids. So I really need to quit this cancer stick as soon as I can. And then my friend suggested this to me, and I was like, that's interesting because I always like flavors. And it's like, okay. And I'm a Klang boy, and I don't know if Sirap Bandung is a Klang thing, but I like Sirap Bandung so much. So I wanted to try the Sirap Bandung vape thing, and I was baffled. I was like, how do you get this into this? Like Sirap Bandung is my favorite drink. I am in, I'm inhaling my drink here, and why would I need cigarettes anymore after this? I remember those days.
Two
I
in
wanted
one,
to share.
like
Pardon?
two in one, like you can smoke
Oh,
and you can drink it. Something like that
oh,
at the same time.
and now you can like eat as well as vape as well because you got American brownies and this and that, so many different flavors you can choose from.
Man, I'm
So
I'm a coffee lover. I'm a coffee lover, so I get a lot of coffee stuff going on. But dude, vape is another thing. I mean, I know we're sidetracking from movies to vaping right now, but well, vape is rocket science for me, man. But I just decided that okay, I'm just going to pick up this particular thing because I'm a brand new guy. I have no idea whatsoever about vaping. I walk into the store, I see the variety that goes on, and then they tell me that whatever I'm using is basically amateur for amateurs. Then you have level one, level two, level three, and it's like rocket science for me, man. When I walk into a vape shop, I don't know how you guys do it, man.
yeah, no, I think what's more important is just understanding that it's a nicotine replacement method. Yeah, a lot of people think that a very bad a misconception that goes around vaping is like people thinking that we're trying to say that vaping is healthy. No, we're not. We're not saying vaping is healthy. Neither we are saying that it is definitely dangerous. But all we are saying is that it's a better alternative compared to cigarettes. It's a harm reduction strategy that's going on here. So it doesn't really matter what kind of gear you're on, what kind of things you're using. So you're using the expensive devices and everything, or using really cheap devices and everything. To be honest, like the one I have here, um, this is like from my shop, and it's an old version of it. It's a cheap thing. So these things, the cheaper ones, we are more than happy to actually sell because we're selling it to people who are beginning. And then
Okay.
you have expensive stuff as well. Let me show you something. This is my most beloved Hexome. It's one of
Wow.
those, yeah, really tough ones, and that's my favorite. That's very pricey.
I
Let
don't
me
know,
just
man.
cut it.
For me, like I said, I just want something plug and play. That's about it. But I see people opening up, cleaning, and doing this and that. Oh man, that's a hassle for me, dude. Is it still the
Wait,
same? Is it?
well, you are in the right time now because now people are moving. The trends have changed a lot. The big ones, when you see, those were the days where actually we come back home. We cut the sarong and sit down and put
Yeah,
some
it's like you're
coffee
doing
and
surgery and all.
you put your desk lamp and then you sit down and then you start coiling. You're making a coil and you're building it. You're putting the coil. And then once you've done, it's like basically like rolling your own cigarette, you know. So once you've
Yeah.
done rolling a perfect cigarette, then you take a cigarette and
They.
wow, this is
Yeah.
it
I
used to be
doubt I have the patience for that, man. I might just throw the whole thing away.
it used to be like that, and now we're looking at something which is more easier because people are always on the go. So we have the one you're using is it's called a Caliban.
Yeah.
I can see through the camera
Oh,
the
not
Caliban.
bad. You can just see the stick and you know already. Yeah? Okay. Oh yeah, you own a shop. What are you trying?
So yeah, and I thought like yeah, that's the Caliban. I know that.
Oh
So the
man.
Caliban, you just like sort of plug it out and just fill it up, and then you're good to go. So devices are becoming more simpler, and recently there are more devices which are actually becoming even more simpler. For instance, we have this one here,
Okay.
and these ones are actually disposable ones.
Okay.
Yeah, it's disposable. So basically, it contains enough liquid for you to go for about 2,000 puffs. It comes with a built-in battery. You buy it, you just press it down, and then you're good to go. Then you just
And how much is that?
this is going for 30 bucks right now. 30
Really?
ringgit. Yeah, 30 ringgit, bro. It's really worth it. And what happens is like, unlike other disposable devices, where you just throw it after it's done, or sometimes the battery might just go exhausted, even though you still have liquid. Now this bad boy actually comes with yeah a micro USB charger. So if it runs out of battery, you recharge it and you use it back again until the liquid is really done, and then you throw it.
Okay, that's way much cheaper than smoking a cigarette, man. Not that I'm
Yeah.
encouraging anybody out there. So, for the benefit of the viewers or listeners out for this particular program, no, we are not encouraging you to take nicotine, but this is for the existing users. Like, okay, kids, I am not responsible for your smoking habit. You want to smoke? Your pasal, not my problem. But
Yeah.
anyway, all right, let's get back to the movie part. We are okay from vaping. I don't know how we sidetracked from movies to vaping. It is out, and is there any plans for the production team, or rather the creators of this particular movie, to come up with a part two, or maybe a feature film for this particular movie? Because at the end of the scene, I'm not going to tell you what the scene is about. You got to watch it for yourself, dear viewers or listeners. You watch it, you know there's something that will happen down there would put a big question mark. So I am cracking my head right now. Is that the ending or is there a continuation? You got to help me out here, brother. Please tell me there is going to be a feature film.
Okay, a lot of people have been asking me what is the ending and what's that all about, and I always tell them like it's up to you what you want to think it is, and it's how you want to collect it. If you were really following the picture, the movie well enough, you would already have like an understanding. Aha, I kind of know what's going on here. You'll go like that. So continuation. Well, I can't say much. But the director has spoken, and yeah, the original idea was to definitely uh, create a longer version of this with more. There were a lot of scenes that were actually cancelled out in the last minute because it wouldn't fit the runtime of 10 minutes.
Oh,
So
okay.
this definitely has more potential to be maybe even a feature film. We wouldn't know. Plans, I'm about it at this point of time because
Okay.
I'm not.
I will give it a
But
secret. We'll find out. We'll give our fingers crossed. Hopefully it comes out because now with the technology going on and you can watch movies online with like Mubi and all the other pay-per-view channels online. Well, I'm really hoping for the entire team to come up with the full version of the movie or maybe part two of the movie. I don't know, man. It's amazing. Like what you said earlier, the ending. If for the listeners who's watching this, you'll know listening to this, you'll know when you watch the ending, you'll just like what Chris just said, you might just come out with your own narration or your continuation of the movie, or maybe you can have a better understanding of what would have happened. So just check it out. It's available on YouTube right now. It's very easy. It's absolutely free, so you can check it out. Saamy Vanthuruchu. If you just type in "God has reached," you can definitely see it. God has arrived. Sorry, God has arrived. Reached. That's my God, waiting for him at the door. Cool, man. Chris, thank you so much. You can also check out more about the movie. Just head on to their Facebook page, which is Creative Mind. That's right. Mind Creation Film Company. That's the name of the production company, right? Let's go there.
right,
Details on the particular movie. Everything is there. Mind Creation, right?
my question, yes.
Yeah, Mind Creation Film Company is available on Facebook, and the movie is available on YouTube. Please do check it out. And the best part is this: the moment you check out the movie, please subscribe to the channel and also hit the like button and share it with as many people as possible. That's the trend these days. You have to share it, talk about it, give your feedback. If it's a good feedback, you put it in the comment section. If it's not so good, just send them an email. That's how it works now. Huh? Much better, like, because I'm lazy. You just want to say something, means you just type out comments and all the way.
I do watch a lot of YouTube stuff, and it's funny when you're seeing yourself on some YouTube video for something. And that's when I started learning this lingo. They were like, do subscribe, hit the like button, and to get more notifications, hit the bell icon.
Yeah,
I was like,
exactly.
okay.
It's like a compulsory line. I never did that before until lately. One of the person from the PR company and agent, or this person is so-called specializes in this, calls me up and say, Nav, please tell everyone to subscribe. Please tell everyone to like. So it has become my mantra whenever I start the show or end the show. You have to say it. If you don't say it, it's like the show is complete, incomplete or whatever. So I'm just trying to do my best in that part. Hopefully I don't overdo it. Anyway, Christopher, thank you so much for coming on board and sharing your experience about the movie. And I was actually planning to do it exactly the same timing as the movie, 10 minutes and 36 seconds, and I failed miserably. I went to 36 minutes, dude. And I don't know how you guys do it in short films. It is amazing to bring up that much and bring it to this much. Oh, hats off to the team, to the cast members, director, producer, and everybody involved in it. You did an amazing job. Please do check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, before we wrap things up, would you like to share anything with the listeners?
Yeah, I actually didn't get to mention all the other cast members. I would say that my friend TK, who played the guy Ravi, he's a fellow clan boy as well. Amazing guy. I think he did a really good job. He's a new actor as well. Bravin is the drug lord. He is nowhere the person you see him on screen in real life. He's a soft giant kind of guy. He's like really sweet. Okay, he's a nice boy. I knew him back in the day when I was doing a lot of photography for concerts and stuff like that. He's actually a rapper.
Yes,
Rap.
I've noticed that also. Yeah, it was about.
Yeah.
Yeah, should I mention about that? Sorry.
Of them, even TK, the guy who plays the guy who collects the money and stuff like that, that guy as well. He's also a rapper too. And of course, yeah, those were the cast. It's very small cast. The crew members, Spike Productions and TK Films. These
TK
guys
Films,
were
they're also involved in a lot of music videos, right?
yes. They are involved in a lot of music films, and it was so nice working with people who are like-minded. I can really share and understand his vision of things because I'm a person who wields the camera as well. So it was very easy for me to work with them because like when you are in front of the camera, you know like, oh, okay, so that's the 35, that's the 50, should cover from here to here. We know a lot of technical data. So acting in front of the camera was very easy. These
Nice.
guys made it so much more comfortable for me. Yeah.
Cool. Well, things that people, future actors, should take into consideration. Learn a little bit about the camera also, huh?
So they do. I've worked with a lot of actors and actresses as well for photo shoots, and it's amazing how they know so much. I think it's their experiences acting so long. They definitely learn a thing or two, and I think it's very important to know this, especially if you're broadcasting and doing stuff like this. Yeah.
I got to learn a lot about photos and cameras. I mean, until today, all my life of being in this business for over 25 years, if there's one thing I can never do is pose for a picture. I can never do that, man. I know how many photographers would be cursing me to glory, saying, "Nav, just shut up and do this and do that." I can never do it, man. I don't know how you guys are patient enough for people like me.
No, I can't post. I can post people, but I can't post. That's why I think I pulled up this very scruffy looking cast. This is guy Raj. I think I did that pretty well because I'm usually like that. I'm usually very
Natural. It went for the natural look, lah. Oh, it worked out fine. It looks good, man.
Well, he owes 30K and he needs to clear it back in 2 days' time. You wouldn't think he's going to look really slick and all.
Hey, that's what most politicians do. But anyway, the bigger the money you owe, the more stylish you become. But that's life, lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the small ones that don't look really good, lah?
Also, more hair you look.
Yeah. We're not even going to get there, man. We're not even going to get there. Once again, Chris, thank you so much for joining in. And I'm repeating myself. Remember, check out the movie. It's available on YouTube. Saamy Vanthuruchu and Vanthuruchu. How the spelling goes is C-U-C-H-E, right?
C-U, but it's definitely pronounced Vanthuruchu.
Vanthuruchu, right?
Vanthuruchu.
Okay, so just... Vanthuruchu, get out. Right, this was wondering. Is like when I read the spelling Vanthuruchu, it's like, hey, this doesn't sound right. But hey, I don't know. But at least you got the spelling typed out in Tamil also. And if you're a non-Tamil speaking or non-Tamil reading person, this time God has arrived, and you can see the particular movie. Look for a bearded guy, which is pretty much every single cast member in the movie. Almost everybody had a beard in the movie. Hence the reason.
We're heading for the lockdown. The barbers are closed.
Yeah, I know, look at me. I'm struggling down here. I miss my barber so much, man.
I understand that. I know the feeling.
Man. It's good checking out. And also, hey, speaking of photography, you have a particular page or social media page for people to check out your work or future work?
Yeah. It's you can follow me on my Instagram, which is MILLENIA 3000, Millennia 3000. And on Facebook, my photography is just called Chris Anthony Photography. And most wedding pictures and stuff like that.
Cool, man. Never know if I get married again. My wife's not listening. No. The things like that get me killed, man. My wife is listening to this podcast, so it's okay. All right, dude. Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys again in the future, and I'm definitely looking for part 2 or the full film for this one. Please pass the word to the producers, man. Hopefully they do it one day.
Sure, definitely. It was a delight talking to you, Matt. I really enjoyed this whole thing.
Thank you very much for coming on the show. The feeling is mutual, man. Damn.
All right.